Hello everyone and welcome back to I Love EditorX. So this is a product page, a custom one with my layout. Basically this is not my layout. I saw this layout in the video after the EditorX came out from beta. So inside this video there is a crazy product page. So let's see.
With robust e-commerce solutions and unlock the potential to build advanced.
Alright, so this is the layout, and you can see this is not a regular layout that you can just go and select from the product page design layout. It's a custom one and it has a video with 360. Let's see.
Web applications with custom JavaScript and APIs on a built-in open development.
Right, so I saw lots of people asking, well, how can I create it? I mean, you cannot go to the product page and select from the application the layout you want and to get this layout. So basically they said specifically in this video, they said you can achieve it by using JavaScript and the product API. So let's
applications with custom JavaScript and APIs on a.
Alright, so with custom JavaScript and API. So I really was interested to build it and see if this is actually work. So as you saw, this is the final layout. We have all this kind of information here. It's all function and I can, let's say, select a number and you can scroll to the specific product, and you even have a video, and in this video you can basically display a 360 video and you get same effect. And also, let's see, so if I want to add this item to my cart, so I click it and I have a message that I didn't select size and color. So let's select color and it's updated by you missing the size. So let's select a size and I will click add to cart, and you see it like this is actually working, right? Okay, so and let's say I want to select a different item, so I need to get the right information, right? So if I click these different headphones, so I get, you see, everything is updated and I got the real product information to this inside this dynamic page. So let's click add to cart again, and you see I add the right product. All right, so I already built it, but we rebuild it. This is the editor and this is the default application application design that it's a bit limited, but with the Velo API, with the product API, we can do basically whatever we want. So this is very interesting and gives you the ability to do a crazy layout for a product page. So we will rebuild it from scratch. This video will focus on the layout, how to create this layout, and the second video will cover how to use the product API to make things work properly. All right, so let's jump in. So I have a fixed header. You can see that when I'm scrolling, it's come with me, and I have one section that is hold all the information inside. So let's see how I build it. So if I inspect it, and you can see that I have a section with grid of 4 columns. Okay, basically you don't need a 4, you can use 3, but here I did 4 columns with a bit of gap between. I think this is like 8 or 4 pixels, and the information is inside, all the information is inside the one container, and all these product images is inside a repeater, and the main image is also inside a container, and we have here another repeater that holds the navbar. It's same like this image, but it's more easier to navigate from here. And you can see also right here we have a small repeater for the colors. Why? Because because each product have different amount of colors, so this information needs to be dynamic. And this one is a simple input drop down. And here we have another repeater with the information, with the product information. Basically this is like a collapsed element, like a accordion. And because sometimes we have only two fields, sometimes we will have 4 fields. Basically it's up to you. You can add how many fields that you want. So this information should be also dynamic. All right. So let's start by creating a grid to this container, to this section, and we will go to 4 columns. All right. Let's add gap, because I use gap between the cells. So let's do 8 pixels gap. And my page background is black. This is why you see black. And now I will add a container to the information, and I will make it 100% from its cell, and the height should be 100%. Alright, we will change it later, but currently we will do this way. And I will change the background to be this, it's not blackish, something not fully black. And I will increase for now the height of this section to fill the screen, but we will change it later. All right, so I know that this first row will hold the navbar, this one, and I know that this is a 50 pixels width, so I will change this row to be 50 pixels. All right, and these images, I forgot what the size of it, so I will check right here. So it's 18 VW. How I came to this number? Basically I working on the biggest screen, and let's convert this one to pixels. So for some reason I picked this pixels, and I converted to VW, so it will be a responsive. Oh, I know why. Because each item, I want the item to be a perfect square. Okay, so you can see this is same. This is 346 pixels. So yeah, height, and I want the width to be exactly the same. That's why, and when I do it, I get a perfect square. So if the height is 18 VW, so the grid is the column should be the same. Okay. All right, so let's change in our grid. This should be 18 VW. All right, and this one will take all the rest of the place that is left. I forgot about this one. Let's see, it's 500 pixel. Why this is like, when I set something to be in pixels, that means it's not responsive. Why I select this one to be a fixed size? Basically because we have here a text, and text, if the width will be too much responsive, that means when I start to shrink the page, the page width, the screen width, this container will be very narrow, and all the text will start to break it. So I prefer to make it fixed, and it's always same width. All right, so we have the main layout. Let's go back to normal screen width, and now let's start to add our information. So first thing I need to, you know what, let's skip this one. I will just copy this one. You can see I have a stack element with the ribbon, the product name, the description of the product, and the price. This should be 100%. all right, and you can see that inside this container I have a grid of just grid. I have 1 2 3 4 4 rows. Okay, so I will copy this stack element and let's apply grid of 4 columns, and I will paste it in the first column. Right, this is the stack element, and I know that I will set it to start on column on row 1 and on 2, and it should be 100% from the width. All right, and you can see that now it's filled the whole container. So I will add some padding. So let's say 80 pixels from left, sorry, this is margin, padding 80 from left and 80 from right, and I need also from top. How much did I do it here? At 20%, so it should be a bit responsive, and from bottom it's fixed side. All right, and I need to remove this stack element margin from top and from bottom. Okay, so this is look something like this, and now we need the colors and size information, right? So you can see that I put everything inside a container, and okay, let's do it. So I know this information need to sit right here, so let's add a container, and it should be on column 2, on row 2, and I will stretch it up to 3, and for now it will be stretched, but I will change it later. And I will apply grid of 4, 2 on 2. Okay, it's something like this, and you can see that in the first row and column I have this text element. I just copy and paste it in the first one, and I will set it to be 100%, and I will adjust the grid so the first column will always be as my text. Okay, so it should be max content, right? And I will add like a gap between these cells, let's say 20 pixels, and also from the top 20 pixels. All right, and now we need a repeater that will hold the colors. Okay, so to select these colors I use a container. I think there is a better way to do it, but for now I will create a container. Why? Because I can add styling to container, like a background color and border color on click or on hover. So we need a list, and we need a card, and I don't remember what is the size of each item. So what is the size of each item? So let's see, the container itself is 18 pixels, so I guess the item is the same. All right, so I will make this one 18 pixels. Alright, and each element should be, why I cannot set it, let's see, change layout, why I cannot set the width of the item. Oh, basically I think because change layout, it should be automatically, yeah, okay, so 18 pixels, and I will make it rounded. Alright, something like this. And now I can drag this repeater inside the right column, row, and it should be 100%, no min width, and it should be docked to the left side. Alright, something like this. And now we have the sizes, so let's duplicate this text element and put it in the second row and the first column, and it should be also 100% width, and I will change this text element to size. Perfect. Alright, and now we need a simple input element. You will get this tab only if the dev mode is on. Okay, so I will take a drop down element, I will put it right here, and I just copy the design from here. So I will select it and click, sorry, it's from right here, and I will click copy element design from all breakpoint, and now you see the cursor, the pointer is changed, and I'm hovering same element and I can select it. Alright, and this should be also 100% width, and it should be higher, something like 50 pixels, I guess. Let's see how much I did right here. 36. Alright, so 36 pixels, and you can see that my container is higher than the content, so I will adjust the grid. Wait, I need to go to the main container first of all, adjust the grid, edit the grid. The first one should be max content, the second one also should be max content, right? And now I need to make sure that my elements is also not taking too much height, so it should be also max content and max content. Alright, and I need to make sure the text is exactly in the middle, and I will remove the border from my container. Right, so it looks something like this. Just for this input, I will remove the margin. Alright, so it looks something like this, and I just need a gap here between these ones, so I will add margin from 50 pixels from bottom to the stack element, and now it's look better. Alright, this feels like too much gap, so I will make it 10 pixels. No, this one should be 20 and this should be 10. Alright, so we have the product information and we have the sizing, and now I need to create this drop down, this like this product info with textual info inside of it. So basically this is like another repeater. So how can I create it? I will create, wait, if this is a repeater? Yes, it is. So let's add another repeater. Quick add repeater. right? And now I need to change the layout to list because they are basically on top of each other. I mean, one below the another, and the height should be, that should be auto. Okay, but first we have like a hidden information, right? So this is the default. You can see only the first only the button, and then when you click it's discover more information, right? So first of all we need a button. Let's change this background to be not, let's keep it just to see what we are doing. So I will add a button and it should fill the whole width of the item. So let's set it to be 100%, and I will copy the design from here. So let's select this button and copy design element from all breakpoints, and I will hover the button element and click. Alright, it's not changing the layout, so I will do it manually. And what else we need? What is the height of this button? It's 40 pixels. Alright, so let's set it to 40. And now I need a text element. I will copy it from right here. So let's copy it. This is the information. Okay, so let's paste it here. And wait, so I need another grid here. Why I need grid? Because I don't want the item, the repeater item, to have a height, so I need to remove the height. And now I need to apply grid of two rows. The first row will hold only the button, so its row should be max content, and the second row should be also max content. Why? Because this information is collapsed on load. So when it's collapsed on load, this whole cell should be shrink to 0. So that's why I need this to be also max content. But I will add a bit of, I will remove the collapse on node just for now, and I will add a bit of padding to this item, so we have a bit of gap, let's say 20 pixels, and margin from top to this information, let's say 20 pixels, and I want it to push it a bit inside. You know what, let's keep it the same. So I just remove the background from the item. It will be 0, and it looks something like this. Okay, so this one should be like tab 1, and basically I need to remove all the extra information because this information came from the database. So I don't need like 3 elements. I need only 2 elements. But for now, because we didn't connect it yet to the database, so to the product information, so I will keep it just to that we can see like a real. It's not real information, but just a placeholder. Okay, so now we can drag this repeater inside our container, and we need to place it correctly. So how we can do it? Right from here, it should be docked to the left side, and it should be row. Let's think. This is 1 on 2. This is 2 on 3. This is 3 on 4. 3 on 4. And now you can see that we have overflow content right here. Basically this is because the main container is set to be 100%. So I need to set it to be auto. And then it should increase the section height. So let's set the section height to be also auto. And now it's fill the content. So let's add another margin to the repeater itself. Let's say 50 pixels from top. Okay, so it looks something like this. And I will copy the arrow from here. It's a basic vector out. So let's copy it and I will add it to each button, because we don't have button with arrow right now. Alright, so it looks something like this. And don't forget that this text element, it should be collapsed on load, not hidden, collapsed, because hidden is still taking its own place. And all we are missing is this button. Okay, so let's copy this button and I will paste it directly here in this container. And you can see now that this grid is like cut. When you see something like this, you need to know that you have another row here that it's not that you don't see. So how can you see it? When you pass the element inside this container, so you need to make sure to set it to be like in the right row. So let's set it like this. Let's have a 50 pixels margin. And now when I will see the grid, you can see that now the grid is look complete. It's not broken. Alright, so this is how my information container look like. Okay, the textual one and the CTA. Okay, I just forgot to add the alert message. So let's copy it and paste it right here. And I will paste it something like this. Alright, and I think it's look okay. Alright, so let's publish it and see how it look on the live site. Okay, so it looks something like this. Alright, so you can see when I click, nothing is happened because I didn't connect the code yet. But I forgot to remove the from this repeater. I need to remove the gaps between the elements. Okay. Right, so next thing, what we need to do, we need to set the product items. Okay, this repeater. Okay, so let's create another let's add another repeater. It should be also the layout should be also a list, because they are on top of each other, one below the another. And it should be no min width. It should be 100%, but look what happened when I set it to be 100%. It gets huge because it's not in the right column. So it should be, if this one, this two, this three, so it should be 3 to 4. Alright, so let's just position it correctly. And it has a gap of, I think, 4 pixels. Okay, but you can see that there is a 4 pixels on top also, so I will just set it to be minus 4 pixels from top. Minus, oh, this is padding, minus 4. Alright, so now you can see that my item is not fully square, right? So if you remember, we set this column to be 18 VW, so the item also should be same size. So instead of 350, it should be 80 VW. And I will remove the mean height, and you can see now it's perfect square. So I will change this background to be this dark. Okay, and what we need an image. Let's add an image, and I will stretch it. And just for demonstrate you why I add this background is basically because I use product images, which is PNG with transparent background. So when I will add an item, I see the background of the item. Okay, so if I change what I did, so this is another method to do it, but I always love to play with a item background. So if I change the you can see that I can change the background dynamically, and basically in this video you can see that it's toggle between dark and light. Basically this is like a concept. It's not very useful on real store, but this is allow you the options to change the background of the site, the containers,
built-in
on
open
click.
development platform.
So I can change the background of this container to be from black to white with velo. Okay, and I can change the element based on my selection, like give me all the elements that under light category for this the light color for this element. But I won't do it because I think it's not that useful. So, and this is like a different tutorial. So this is like an example. So I love to use a placeholder for images that is solid color, and the best is to be same as the background color, so you don't see any flickering or something like this. So I have a placeholder right here. You can see that this image is exactly the same as my background. Okay, but for now let's keep it like this. Okay, so we have the information, we have a repeater with the product images, and now we have the main content, right? So if you remember, it can be an image or it can be a video. Okay, so I want to show you the video. Okay, so if I select this one, I have a video in it. So if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see that this one is a video. So I need two options, or to display a video or to display image, right? So I will add another container, and this I will stretch this container to fill the whole column, but it will continue to the first column. Okay, so this is an option. It's up to you if you want the image to be a bit behind this navbar, or you want the image never to cross this this column. For example, you can see when I play the video, it's also behind this navbar. Okay, so it's up to you basically. Alright, so I will make it to grow from column 1 to 3, and I will remove the border, and I will add same background as the others. Alright, so this is the main layout, and now all I need to do, I need to add a video, but I will use I will use the video box, because video box, when you stretch it, it's smartly you never have the black lines. Okay, I will show you the difference. If I will set the video player, and I will stretch it. So when I play the video, you will see that it's always keep its proportion, and you will see like black lines. You can see these black lines, but the difference is when I use the benefit of this video player is that you never lose the content. You always see the whole video. But if you use a video box, the video is like a background. It's like more artistic feeling, but you won't see any black lines. You see? But I prefer to use this video just for now. So if we are here, let's change this one to be white. Alright, so we have a video, and let's change the video just to my product video. Where I put it, maybe here. Yeah, this is the video. Alright, and I need an option to display an image, right? So image is more important. Why? Because most of the time you will have an images on your product page, so it's more important to me that you will see the whole image. So let's see how I set the image here. You can see that it's not stretch, it's scale proportionally. Okay, so it's perfectly square because all my images are square. So I will do the same here. I will make it, first of all, I will make it perfectly square. Okay, and then I will change it to be fluid. And now I will make it absolute center, and it should be 100% of this column width. And let's change an image just to see a beautiful stuff. And you can see that the video is behind this image, right? So if I will click on this video and click on display, you can see that we see only the image. Okay, same version but bigger. So let's change it back. All right. What I did here. Okay, we are in the right way. So last thing, I think this is the last thing. Yes, we need this navbar. All right. So basically, this is like a really simple use of repeater. It's only have buttons, but I need to drag a new repeater right here. But you can see that this container that holds the video and the image is covering my both columns. So if I drag a repeater right here, it will go inside this container. So just for a second, I will don't display this container of the main media. So I will change the name of this container to main media, so I will know what it stands for, and I will don't display it. And now when I drag a new repeater, it won't go inside this container. So now I can design it and then go back and show the main media container. So this is again should be a list, and the repeater width should be 50 pixels, something small like this, and the height of each item should be also not 50, let's say 40 maybe. Let's see how I did it right here. No, it's basically perfect square. So I will copy this button. You know what, let's not copy, let's set this one to be 50, and I will drag right here another button, and I will copy the design from this button, copy design element from all breakpoints, and I will hover this button and let's change this number to 1, and simply I can drag it inside my repeater item and set it to be fluid, and the height should be 100%, and now it's fill the item. Alright, so all I need to do, I need to remove the background from the item itself. Let's go to style, 0, and the repeater layout, I will remove the gaps. Alright, so now I need to, what happened? Alright, so I will add another container right in this first column, and I will show you why I'm adding a container. Basically, because if the screen will be if the height will be very small, so you can see I have here lots of media. So what happened? This repeater items will make an overflow content when this screen size will be like let's see if we can demonstrate it. Let's do responsive. How do I do responsive? Yes, and desktop, I need desktop version. You can see now the numbers is like, you don't see all of them, right? So I want these numbers always to be like here in the first row, and they're able to scroll inside of this one, okay, not to use not to have an overflow content. So let's make this one width is 100%, and I know this is like a 50 pixels, and it should be docked to the top. Basically not to the top, it always should be not yet. Let's dock it to the top, and it should be 100% and no minimum height. And I will remove the border, default border, and now I can drag this repeater inside this container, and it should be always absolute center, like floating in the center. Alright, but you can see that here all our content is filling the screen, right? Is exactly filling the screen. But right here you can see that it's not the case. Why it's not the case? Because this content is pushing our container, because it's dynamic. It can be very long. So what I need to do, I need to, let me think, I forgot what I did. I need to set the section itself. Let's see what I did here, because I don't remember. So yeah, basically I will, forgot to bring back the main media, so let's bring it back. Okay, so this container that holds all the main media should be not stretch, but 100 VH. Alright, let's see if I did it correctly. Container, yes, 100 VH, okay? And same for this navbar, it should be VH 100, and this one should be, I think, regular. Okay, so let's see how it looks on the live site. Right, this is our design. Okay, so you can see that we have a video behind. We have here the navbar, we have here the repeater with only 3 items, and here we have the drop down, Alright, so this is the right layout. So just for now I will add, I want to avoid the situation where the image when you can see the video behind the image. So what I will do, I will add a container inside this main media container. Alright, and I will stretch it, okay, so it fills the whole section, the whole container, and I will add same background as the background we did before, like this, and I will select the image from here. I know it's behind this container, so I will cut it from here, and let's remove the border from this, and I will paste it in this container, and again it should be absolute center. And now you won't see the video behind. Okay, why we need to do it? Because basically when we select the different images, so it's the image is changed but correctly, but when we toggle between video and image, I don't want to have this tiny second that you can see the video also and the image together. Alright, so that's why I add this background to this image. And for this example, let's add another images to our this repeater. Okay, so let's add this one. I will make it there. Let's change this image to this one. We'll change the main one. No, the main one, I need the main one, but let's add another items, like more items. Let's duplicate it. Let's go with 6 items. Okay, so let's change this image. I will select this one. It's just to get the feeling of real product, you know. But you know that this is not the right content. It's not connected to anything. Alright, so let's see how it looks on the live site. This is our design, and you can see that it's not behave as we want it to behave. Okay, so what is the problem? Basically, we want, when we scroll, we want to this product information to scroll with us, and also this main image, but this these product images, it's need to be scrolled just like here. See, I want to get this effect. Alright, so how can I do it? So basically I need to make this main media container, let's select it from here because we have too much container. So this main media container, it should be fixed, not fixed, sticky to the top. What happened when you set something to be sticky? It automatically became the highest in the layers panel. You can see, so now it's covered the repeater of the navbar, right? So let's change this one to nav, and I will set it to be sticky also, so it just pop up to be the highest. Alright, so also for this product information, I will set it to be also on scroll should be sticky. Alright, but it's important for us to say that it should be at least at least 100 VH, I think. So mean height, it should be 100 VH. I think this is what I should do. So let's publish it and see how it behaves. So everything is sticky except this repeater with the product image. Okay, so it looks like this. And look, when I scroll, what happened? All these elements are stick to the top, so they scroll with me. And these product images are scroll regular as the default behavior of scrolling. Okay, and now I reach to the bottom of the scroll options. Okay, so basically this is basically now we create this layout like the video. Okay, you can see that it's same layout. We have the navbar, we have the main media, we have the repeater items, and we have the product information. Okay, so mission 1 accomplished, and we saw how to build this layout. Okay, so in the next video I will show you how to take all this information and put it in the right place, like to get the right product name and product information and place it right here, just like in this example. You can see this is live information. Okay, so I just forgot to this should be a black, so I will change this background to black, and we're done. Okay, so what's next? So yeah, as I said, next video I will add a link to it. Next video we will connect all the data, so we will have a real product page with real data, and you can add this information to cart, and when you go between different products, you get different content, and we make everything work. Right? So till next time, keep building amazing sites on EditorX. See you later.